Deion Sanders would be an absolute unmitigated disaster if he's the next Texas A&M head coach. I'm not kidding. Within 2 years, you will have Aggie fans, I promise you, longing for the days of Jimbo Fisher. Deion Sanders is not a good head coach. He's a good recruiter. He's a good promoter. Those are those two things A&M does not need. They got talent. Jimbo Fisher is not a good recruiter, I would at least say. And he got the highest rated recruiting class we've ever seen in college football history. Recruiting is not a problem for A&M. It's coaching. And that's why Deion Sanders would be an unmitigated disaster and I think an absolute failure of a hire if he's hired by Texas A&M. He's not a good coach. Look at Colorado this year. Look past the pomp. Look past the circumstance. Look past all the shiny objects and all the bulletin board material. Look how Colorado, as a team, is coached. They're one of the most poorly coached teams in all of college football. They have no discipline. They are the most penalized team in the country. They are horrible at making adjustments. They have one of the worst offensive lines in all of college football. Shedeur Sanders has been sacked the second most times of any quarterback in college football. Yet, what does Colorado keep doing? Dropping back and throwing deep passes. Why? Because there's no coaching. There's no adjustments being made. The only adjustment being made is demoting offensive coordinator Sean Lewis and taking his play calling duties away when the offense has not been the problem. Again, I think he has to adjust and call better pass plays to not have Shedeur Sanders just be sitting back there like a sitting duck at times. But it's not like Colorado is losing games because their offense can't score. They can't stop anybody. Their defense is one of the worst in the country, yet no changes are made on defense. Changes on offense are being made when that's really not the main problem. But adjustments are few and far between. And when they are made, they're not the right ones. Even in game, Colorado is poorly coached. You're up 29-0 at home against Stanford at halftime. You know how you lose that game? By not realizing time and score. By continuing to throw the ball inefficiently, leaving time on the clock. By continuing to blitz and put receivers one-on-one on an island against a bad defense and allowing Stanford, who's not a good offense anyway, to torch you over and over and over again. Panicking. Not knowing what to do. Not knowing how to change your game plan to wilt away the clock, which is your biggest enemy, not the score, and eventually allowing Stanford to embarrass you with a big-time comeback and an overtime victory. Bad coaching is a few weeks ago. Deion Sanders is lucky. This was like at midnight Eastern when most people have been falling asleep. But I was watching their game against Oregon State right before the half. It's like 45 seconds left. Colorado's the ball on their own 3-yard line. Oregon State, I think, had one, maybe two timeouts. Maybe two. I think it might have been just one. They throw the ball 3 straight times. 3 incompletions. They have to punt the ball from their own end zone, Colorado does. Oregon State gets the ball back with great field position, like 35 seconds left, score a touchdown right before the half. Those are small, stupid coaching decisions that come back to loom large. Now again, for Colorado, the shine has come off after the 3-0 start. So now not as many people are paying attention. And there's all excuses being put out there as well. The reality is, though, if you go to A&M, all eyes are on you. And if you do those stupid coaching decisions against Alabama, forget about losing close, you're going to get embarrassed. And you're going to quickly see how Deion Sanders is a great recruiter and a great promoter, but not a very good coach. X's and O's coach. And that's what A&M needs. And that's why he would be an absolute failure of a head coach if that's where A&M decides to go. I'm not kidding. I bet Ross Bjork, it would take maybe a year and a half before he's maybe ringing Jimbo Fisher's phone. Hey, coach, we're paying you anyway. You want to come back and coach for us again? We miss you. We didn't appreciate you enough. From what I've seen, with Coach Prime, Deion Sanders at Colorado this year, I don't like what I've seen from a coaching perspective. Not a lot of accountability taken. That's for sure, too. The blame game, the fingers pointed at a lot of different places, not on himself. See, the kids get called out a few times. Their will to win, how good you want to be. Do you care about what comes with football? Do you just care about football in general? I don't think Deion Sanders would be a good fit for A&M whatsoever. They already have, in recruiting, the one thing Deion Sanders would bring with him, the one thing that he excels at, they can already sell the program to. Their fan base is thirsty, dying for a winner. They don't need to be sold on why he's the right answer. The only thing that sells fans is winning. He would not bring a lot of winning whatsoever. He would be an absolute disaster at Texas A&M.